You're starting to tell porcupines. This gentleman's videoing you. That man's taking photos of you. You're telling untruths.
As the vehicles leave the lake, the intercept team swing into action, and it's clear they've taken the group by surprise.
One silver car's gone down that way, and that's the one with the fish.
Christchurch fishery officers have spent 10 weeks working on Operation Flatfish, an operation targeting suspected flounder poachers.
We've got great observations of the fishing activities. We can see the fish going to the bins. We know he's taken more than 3 times daily limit.
An intercept team position themselves a few miles up the road to catch any suspects. It's not long before one of the group gets to work clearing the net.
I've counted 25 flounder from this net.
The poacher quickly moves on to the second net, and soon his haul is too big for one man to carry.
He's just been joined by a second person.
The second man doesn't retrieve any flounder from the net, so he can't claim to be fishing.
Second person actually hasn't taken part in any form of clearing the net. He's just walked along and helped.
Over the next hour, the suspected poachers clear 2 nets.
So from the second net, he's taken 25, and he's just moving on to his third net now.
As the men return to shore, the intercept team get the call.
We're going to pull him at Coast Ford on the Lincoln side of Coast. What I need to know, though, is if they divvy up that fish, I need to know every single car that they go into.
As the vehicles leave the lake, the intercept team swing into action, and it's clear they've taken the group by surprise.
One silver car's gone down that way, and that's the one with the fish.
Mobile phones, John. Yeah, they're pulling in already, so they know that's wrong.
While one car has evaded the checkpoint, the officers have the other vehicles isolated.
The 4 vehicles that have been identified at Lake Ellesmere, we've directed them into this camping area. We're speaking now to the occupants of those vehicles.
Fishery officers have had this man under surveillance for weeks, and with 2 previous charges against his name, if he is found to have broken the law again, he could be banned from fishing for 3 years.
Have you got fish in this vehicle?
Only this one and the red one.
Only this one and the red one?
The officers quickly get the count underway.
How many has he got?
29, and they're all of sized.
They're all sized, so they're above the minimum. As of such, he's free to go.
With this carload cleared of any wrongdoing, the officers refocus their attention on the main suspect.
78, 79, 80,
82.
81, 82.
Yep, sweet. 82.
So we confirm 82.
82 flounder is well over the daily limit of 30 flounder, but the man is claiming he's done nothing wrong, and he was just sharing his bin with this man.
Fish put it in my bin because he's got no bin.
Where's your fish? Is that down here? It's in the bin?
Yeah. I didn't have a bin, so I shared with Miller's bin.
You never took any fish?
From
the
my
net?
No, I had some fish in my net.
Who took the fish out of the net, out of your net?
Me.
Members of the group are trying to claim ownership of some of the fish and nets, a common trick employed by owners. But they don't realise that their every move has been recorded.
I don't want you to say anything that's going to get you into further trouble, because
It's my net.
No, just listen, because we have been watching what's been going on for quite a while. So you have never got in the water to clear your nets.
Oh my gosh, yes. Do you know there's a boat over there where people go, they see me on the water.
No, they're not
on
the day.
Monday. I went and checked my net
Not the days we've been watching you anyway.
With the group still denying any offence, things come to a head.
You're starting to tell porcupines. You're telling untruths. Because, as I said, this gentleman's videoing you, and yet you're trying to tell us that you went and took fish out of the net.
But if it was my net, I asked them.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. We're not worried about your net.
Don't worry about your net.
Yeah.
You did not take any fish out of the net. All you did was push the bin. That's all you did.
Realising the game's up, the friend now admits he didn't clear any nets, so the main offender has some explaining to do. The rules are simple. The daily limit is only 30 flounder from 1 net per person.
The main offender will be coming back with us for an interview. The fish will be returned to the sea. Hopefully they'll still live. So that's where we stand at the moment.
Back at the fishery office, the man gives away very little at a formal interview and requests a lawyer. He later pleaded guilty to taking excess flatfish and using more than 1 set net per day. he received 300 hours community service and was banned from fishing for 3 years. But taking more than the daily limit of fish isn't the only problem in the Christchurch area. A black market has emerged for buying and selling flounder.
Intelligence has led us to believe that flounder has been sold to the shop. So we're just going to do an inspection and see if they've got any flounder on the premises, and if they have, where it's come from. Hello, mate.
Morning.
How are you?
Good, man.
Good. I'm from Ministry of Fisheries.
Yeah?
Just doing inspections of the area of people that sell fish. Do you sell any fish? You don't sell fish? No. All right, but you do cook fish here? Yeah.
If we need fish.
Because you've got flounder for sale here.
Yeah, if we need flounders, and then we shuffle it. Have you got any flounders here at the moment?
The man shows the officers a couple of flounder at the front of the shop.
So where did you get these from?
2 months ago.
Oh, yeah. Have you got a receipt for it, by any chance?
You got no documentation for the fish at all? Is this the only freezer you've got? Yeah. Oh, we'll just have a wee look out the back.
Out back, they find another big freezer.
Oh, you've got a lot of flounder here, mate. We have just found a reasonably large quantity of flounder in plastic bags in his freezer. This gentleman said that he doesn't sell fish to the public, and it's only for himself. We've got a flounder sign for $8 on the Bay Marie there.
All up, 39 flounder are found on the premises, and the man is pinning it all on his wife.
He's now saying his wife's bought it. When she gets here, I'll have a chat to her about where this flounder's come from. To be fair, I don't think this flounder's come from a legitimate source. I think it's come from the lake.
But the wife's return doesn't help clarify the situation.
If you've got any documentation relating to fish...
Yeah, I have so many here, so I'm going to look for it.
Okay. She's showing us the receipts for fish they're selling, which is jack mackerel, blue moki and kawai. There's no mention of flounder.
However, the lady does have a new explanation of where the 39 flounder came from.
One of our friends asked if we can bring the flounders to put in our freezer because this one is not good.
Yeah.
Are we in trouble?
We need to know where the flounder have come from. Anything in the shop is deemed to be for commercial sale. I'm going to have to ask you and your husband to come down to our office for an interview about what's happened.
While the shop owner gave little away at the interview, he later pleaded guilty to failing to keep records of all fish purchased by a dealer and received a fine of $250.